Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere.
Welcome to A La Carte, your premier cooking show where we're hosting the best chefs and caterers in Houston. I'm your host, Chef Jones. You can find me on any social media, Instagram or Facebook, Good Meal Deals. You can look for that friendly pot of fruits and vegetables smiling. And I'm joined here with my lovely host,
Chef Laurinette. I am your host, Chef Laurinette with Helping Hands Food Delivery, and you can find us on all social media at Helping Hands Food Delivery. And as always on A La Carte, we have a series of food tips, safety techniques, recipes, good, better, best options. And today we're actually going to do something a little bit different. So as you guys can see, we're actually in kitchen for this part of the show, and we're doing something different. We want to bring you guys into our world. We want to introduce you to your chefs and let you get to know us a little bit better. We've been cooking with you for a little over a year now, but we want you to
spend some time.
Yeah, spend some time with you, some intimate time, give you some questions and answers, and get to know you guys. So we are going to forego the bad news, the salmonella,
no bad news this time. All good news.
And all good news. We're gonna not do those items today, but we're gonna just talk to start by talking to Chef Robin and get some information, details about her, some background on her, and good meal deals and all of that. So
awesome.
I'm gonna start with the blanket question: Why cooking?
Well, I love to cook. First of all, I guess I can say that cooking is therapeutic for me.
Okay.
So when I'm cooking, I'm in another zone. That's number one. Secondly, I love to eat, of course, and I love to create things with food. I know that sounds, everybody has their way of expressing themselves. My way of expressing myself fully will be through food. So that's why I love to cook, serving people and just, seeing people eat my stuff. It makes me feel really excited, and I get really excited cooking really good food too. So
how long have you been cooking? Or how long have you been in the industry, and how long have you been cooking as Good Meal Deals?
Okay, so as far as the industry, I started very, very early. So I've been in the cooking industry since the age of 14. I actually started very early because I attended vocational schools and enrolled in programs, had mentors, and all that cool, fun stuff. But as far as my business-wise, I started my business at 18, 2011. That's when I first got my vision sent to me, and I've just been running with that vision ever since then. So, I guess it's been about 6 years now, but officially running my business, I guess I could say, would be in 2015.
Okay, so 3 strong years at Good Meal Deals? Okay.
3 strong years,
So you like cooking. You have a passion for
Love
cooking and creating and feeding people and making them happy. She likes to make souls happy, y'all. Food makes your soul happy.
It makes you really happy. Give you chill bumps when it's good.
So what type of food do you like to cook the most?
I guess I could say I give them my first, and then I give them my past and my present. So previously, I used to enjoy cooking French cuisine. French cuisine was my thing, okay? That's with all the technique, all the flavor, all the butter. And y'all know we talk about a lot of butter on here. So
and I can't even take her serious, because how can that be her favorite? Well, she did say past.
That was my past.
Her past, because she gets at me about the butter and the cream and the salt every episode. Okay.
That was the past, but now here's a new day. The present. My business have evolved. It has evolved from this type of cooking to the next.
So I guess from butter.
Yes, I know you got the. It's ways you can do it.
I'm not so refined yet. Okay, go ahead.
As far as my present now, I guess I would say it's kind of hard to just say one cuisine, because I do more of international cuisine. So I do a little bit of everything just to keep myself versatile.
Okay.
Just to keep it versatile.
So she across the board.
All across the board, all across the world. I do everything.
Okay, so that's your preference. That's what you like. With Good Meal Deals, as far as your clients, what is like your most requested type of food?
Classic American will be one, Italian, Asian. I offer my clients international cuisine. I don't really subject them to just one cuisine, because that's the base of Good Meal Deals. I want to expose you to international cuisine, whether it's through your flavor and season with my kosher salt line. I offer Indian, Asian, different cuisines.
Okay.
Also with my meal prep, I do the same thing. You can get Indian meals, that's meal prep, Asian, French, classic American. Same thing for my personal chef service, in-home cooking classes, everything. I'm all about international cuisine. I don't want to stick to just one.
Okay. So you brought up a point. So Good Meal Deals is your personal chef and cooking service.
Yes.
Okay. So you brought up your salts.
Yes.
We've used some of Chef Robin's kosher salts on the show and some of our recipes, and we've highlighted them before. But tell us a little bit more about the salts. Did that come before Good Meal Deals, or is that a part of Good Meal Deals?
Well, it's actually a part of Good Meal Deals. It kind of evolved. That's when I kind of found my niche as far as what my specialty is, you know, what makes me stand out. And I really can't say just a cuisine makes me stand out, because there's so many people doing French cuisine is my specialty. I mean, it's so broad to just say that.
Yeah.
But for me, flavoring and seasoning is something that's very important to me and very important to my brand with Good Meal Deals.
Okay.
You know, I want to make sure you're getting a good meal, a good deal. You're getting all of that in one. And I want to be versatile. That's why I said it's like that. So you're getting the flavoring, whether you're learning, you're getting the drinks, everything.
Oh, drinks. Oh. And another thing, she does waters.
Yes, healthy infused waters. But with the salt, basically the purpose for the salt is you're getting everything in one.
Okay.
You know, instead of going to the grocery store to buy this, you're buying something that you're going to use one time. Why not get it in one place? Everybody is not,
A chef.
Everybody is not a chef, and everybody don't really know what goes in an Indian meal, what goes in an Asian meal. So I'm trying to present that in one place for you. So you can actually, you could be the man, you could be that chef in the kitchen when you cook and like, oh, this is so good. This is Indian. What did you use?
So it's like the Walmart of seasonings. Instead of getting salt, pepper, onion, garlic, blah, 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 you can get
it in one place. It is kosher salt.
Okay.
Kosher salt. It's not sea salt. It's not the Himalayan pink salt. It's not the iodized. Kosher salt, and I chose kosher salt for a reason. Personally, that is my favorite. It is overlooked, and I feel like kosher salt, with that you can do a lot. I mean, great health benefits.
That's what we use on the show. Majority of the time is kosher salt.
Great health benefits, and it elevates the level of flavor and seasoning, period, even with using it with meat. So I just think it's the bomb.
So what would be you don't have a signature cuisine. Do you have a signature dish?
I do have a signature dish, which is actually my competition dish that won me $18,000, which will be the chicken sashir.
Okay.
And that's basically French for hunter's chicken. And so that meal won me $18,000. Of course, that is French cuisine. That is where I started. That was my...
It had butter on it.
It had butter. No, we did have butter. We had butter in the sauce and everything. So French cuisine is very... I like it because there's a lot of technique with French cuisine, and you learn a lot of the foundations from actually branching out before you even get to other cuisines. You learn a lot of the basics and techniques through French cuisine. You take those and apply it, just like we applied it on our episode that we were recording previously with our pastas. You kind of take some of those French techniques and infuse them with Italian.
Exactly.
So
let the people know where they can find you.
Okay, so you guys can find me on social media. So as far as Instagram, you can find me goodmeal_deals. And of course, all of my social media, I have this cute little pot of fruits and veggies that you can look for when you're looking for me. Social media, as far as Facebook, you can find me Good Meal Deals. Once again, you see the cute pot.
Website?
As far as website goes, you can find me on squareup.com/store/good-meal-deals. And basically on that website, you'll find all of my salts, all of my services and everything there. And as for my email address, you guys can find me goodmealdeal@gmail.com. So
there you have it, people. Good Meal Deals all over the internet. Email, website, we have the store, and social media. So pretty much all the bases are covered. If you need to find Chef Robin,
all the bases are there. You could definitely feel free to hit me up on social media, emails, everything you need is there. And so, I mean, we do it all for you. Personal chef, intimate dinners. We doing the cooking classes, kosher, salts, the drinks, the meal prep. So we versatile. We all around. We give you a good meal for a good deal, and that is our thing
All around.
to customize the best part of the day for you. So
There you have it.
there
All
we
right.
have it. So of course it's my time
It's time for me to be in the hot seat now.
to put the spotlight on Chef Lornette, of course.
I'm in the hot seat.
So I always want to ask, but what got you into cooking? I have to ask.
What got me into cooking? How did I start? I think it's kind of a twofold answer. So at home, I'm the only girl. I have all brothers. So
oh
when
man,
my
that
mom,
was tough, huh?
they're older. So I was actually pretty much home by myself.
Okay.
They're older. I'm the youngest by 18 years. So
Wow.
my mom, when she would cook, I'm the baby girl. So I would be with mom. I would watch her cook. Grandmother, great grandmother. I still have pots that were handed down from them. So
Wow.
that was always a part of our vacation when we visited granny or great grandma in California. We always cooked. So
Okay.
it just seemed like it was one of those things that you're exposed to, and I really enjoyed it. So my family cooks good food. So I had a
Nice.
love for good food, good flavors, bold flavors. Not so much technique. It was just this is how we were showed to do it, how you were taught
Yeah.
to do it. So that kind of sparked the love. And then in high school, I started a career in technology program,
Wow.
food production, catering, and service.
Okay.
So that amplified my love for food and showed me all of the proper technique and training that I needed,
Okay.
and it just made everything better. It's like when you have the street knowledge, but you got the degrees to go with it too.
Yes, it's like the best of both worlds.
The best
so
of both worlds. So
completely understand that.
that's how I got started in just food in general, loving it. I didn't actually start business until 2016.
Okay. Okay.
So
Nice. So
we
what
were-
actually sparked that business, like
So
for it to take off?
I've loved to cook. Obviously, I've been cooking ever since then. My grandmother had a triple bypass heart surgery.
Okay.
My husband's grandmother had a knee replacement. They cooked for themselves. They're very independent women,
Wow.
young women, I'll say.
Hey.
And it started being as a friendly, a loving offering. They weren't able to cook for themselves for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
And so I would cook dinners for them and take it to them.
Oh, nice.
We've done volunteer services over the past few years where we would cook for the homeless on Thanksgiving Day. And out of that, we were getting great feedback.
Wow.
The dinners that I would take to my grandmother and my husband's grandmother, they were like, you can't spend all this money. Stop going to, she asked me if I was going to Luby's to buy the food or
Wow.
who was cooking this for her. And I said, I cooked it. It
Yeah.
was me in my kitchen.
Oh,
And
man.
so just from the feedback, it turned into, oh, well, maybe we should try to push this out as a product. And so we invited all of Granny's friends. Hey, you guys want to try so-and-so? And
Yeah.
Mom and her friends, hey, you want to
Okay.
try so-and-so? So
That's the best way to do it.
from there, it turned into a business. And we picked up a few catering jobs, again, because we would cook for the family events. I would cook for the baby showers and the birthday parties and the 4th of July barbecue and Thanksgiving dinner. So
Wow.
it turned into just promoting what we were doing, and people started sending in requests, and I started sending
Wow.
out
So it sounds like
invoices.
it's more of a word of mouth kind of thing, because you get the good reviews. It's kind of like a domino effect. That's the good
Exactly.
thing. That's the best marketing.
Yes.
Word of mouth.
Thank y'all for the shout outs.
Because your referrals and those reviews from other people, they kind of like, oh man, they make it seem like it's just,
Well, because it is.
it is. Not because it's just that way,
Yeah.
but they truly are excited about the service and everything
Yeah.
and the food that's being provided.
So that's how we actually started in business. It was
Okay.
kind of a, can you do this? Can you do that? How much is this? How much is that? And I hadn't thought about that before. So
yeah, so those
like,
questions kind of like, I don't
it
really
sparks
know
the
at this time.
the bulb, and that turned into a business.
Awesome. Well, that is great. That is awesome. But as far as like cooking, do you have a specific like cuisine
I do not.
or dessert or like something that's special with you that
So-
you like with your business?
I love good food and I love dessert. I have a sweet tooth
Okay.
like no other.
Man,
I
I'm
mean,
the complete opposite.
give me some sweets, it is going down. So, but what we do with Helping Hands Food Delivery and Catering, we focus on bold flavors, fresh ingredients. That is one thing I like to focus on. So not necessarily a specific cuisine, because after I got started, I've done training in all areas.
Yeah.
But we focus on fresh ingredients, both flavors. So making sure it's not boxed food. It's
Okay.
not something that is already prepared and we're repurposing it or
Yeah.
we start from scratch. It's just like grandma's in the kitchen. Homemade.
That's right.
You know.
Homemade and fresh ingredients.
Exactly. So that's kind of that's my main focus.
Mm-hmm.
That's my specialty,
Okay.
is making sure that it, and then
Nice.
adding our little twist to it, a little new age twist. Because like I said, when I started with grandma and great grandma, I have their knowledge, what they passed on. But
yeah,
I
you
have
got them old school tips mixed with them new school tips.
Then you have the technical part of it from school, and then just my little twist. I like to try different things. So
yeah, adding in your own little sprinkle
exactly.
of Lornette.
Yes, the little dash of Lornette.
Awesome. So, what have you done like previous over the years, like different positions? Like, I guess I have to reword this as far as like being executive chefs before, line cooks, working in hotels. Like, what all have you done? Like,
a lot of my experience was through the program.
Okay.
I was in that program for 3 years, and so we did all of the high school reunions, class reunions, any events that were at the recreational center for our school district at the administration building. Anytime they had a function event, a catering event, we catered that.
Okay.
So a lot of my experience was on large scale catering.
Wow.
Like
mass production.
Mass production, exactly. So hundreds of people at a time. So my biggest adjustment in doing a la carte meals, individual meals, and doing meal delivery and smaller events was portion sizes. Because I was so used to mass production and hundreds of people. And even our volunteer work on Thanksgiving, we're feeding up to 300 people in a night. So I was used to.
It's a big change for you.
Yeah, that's been my biggest adjustment.
Portion control.
Control. And I like to eat. So I'm like, oh, that extra scoop won't hurt.
Nobody. That's how we are on a la carte, extra butter.
Exactly.
That Lornette scoop of cheese.
The Lornette cup of cheese.
That's
yeah.
Right.
That's where all that comes from, guys. That's where it all comes from.
That's awesome. Well, definitely let them know where they can definitely find you on social media and all that great stuff. So where would they find you?
So on social media, across all platforms that we're active on, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you can find us at Helping Hands Food Delivery. Our website is www.helpinghandsfooddelivery.com. Our email is order@helpinghandsfooddelivery.com. That means order a meal, order a catering event, order a meal prep for the week. And where else? Email, website,
email, your website,
social media. That's it.
Awesome.
So that's how you can find us. We're there. It has a little handprint.
Yes, it does. I think they're blue.
No, it's pink, actually.
Pink?
That's actually how we got our name. Funny story. So my son in first grade, kindergarten, they had a project for Mother's Day, and they gave us all these oven mittens, and it had their handprint on it, and it said Mommy's Helping Hand, and I was like, this is perfect. It was around the same time when we started.
That's nice. That is great, but they need to know the inspiration behind the actual name of your business.
Yep,
so that's a great.
So that's how we became Helping Hands Food Delivery and Catering.
Awesome.
So, servicing the Houston and surrounding areas.
That's right. Well, you guys, she gave you all the tea, all those gems of where you can find Helping Hands Food Delivery. So most definitely take advantage of her services. They are great. I've used them myself. We use each other's services. So it's always a great thing to do. So
absolutely.
And we definitely hope you guys enjoyed this. We did want to shed a little light inside of the lives of your chefs on A La Carte, of course.
Absolutely.
So you guys will know a little bit more about us.
See us outside the kitchen.
Yes, we do have fun. We don't cook all day. Sometimes.
Some days. So, absolutely. So we're in a transition, I guess, to go ahead and get ready for our meal this week. Yes. Another great meal.
Great meal. And that meal, of course, would be spaghetti, which is a classic for you guys. So make sure you are logging on to the website, www.thesphere.tv/a la carte. Make sure you're printing out that recipe to get ready, and we're going to see you guys in the kitchen.
Well, yeah.
We're in the kitchen now, so hey.
Let's get ready to cook some spaghetti.
All right. Welcome back to the kitchen portion of A La Carte. I'm your host, Chef Jones, with Good Meal Deals Personal Chef Services.
And I'm your host, Chef Laurinette, with Helping Hands Food Delivery and Catering. Welcome back to another episode in the kitchen, and we're going to finish our discussion about spaghetti.
Yay!
So something simple, something that everyone's familiar with.
This
maybe
is a classic.
A classic, as you would call it. We're going to talk about what spaghetti is and the different types of spaghetti, different ways you can make spaghetti. Our ingredients for today are very simple. We have ground turkey, spaghetti noodles, a little bit of the water, the broth, if you will, from our pasta water. We have garlic, cayenne, chili powder, Italian seasoning, spaghetti noodles, and tomato sauce. So this is the base of a tomato meat sauce.
Yes.
And what we discussed earlier is the difference or the actual definition of spaghetti. So most people assume that spaghetti is the entire combination of pasta, meat, and sauce, when in actuality spaghetti is only a pasta.
Only a pasta.
It's only a pasta, and then you can have different types of sauce on spaghetti. So most commonly you have the red tomato sauce, the marinara, or meat sauce would be ground turkey, beef, or sausage or something of that sort, and with the red tomato sauce. Now you can do a white sauce, a cheese sauce,
but you know, a
bolognese.
lot of people they just stick to red
because
people
they
feel like
they think it's spaghetti.
Spaghetti is supposed to be
A pasta.
meat.
Yeah,
pasta basically, and it's just a noodle, just like fettuccine. You do it with red sauce
or white sauce,
or white sauce,
Alfredo fettuccine.
Yeah, Alfredo fettuccine.
Fettuccine Alfredo, sorry.
However you want to say it, you guys.
Yeah.
People do it and they associate certain pastas with certain sauces, and it just gets stuck, and it's just like, oh, they only go with that, and you can do that sauce with everything.
So what we've done is we're making a spaghetti with fettuccine noodles.
Yay.
And we're going to show you guys two different ways, because it can go multiple ways with how you mix the sauce in. So we're going to have the noodles with the meat and sauce separate, and then we're going to show you how you can incorporate them both together and have a all-in-one type of dish.
Yes.
So we've cooked our turkey. We did ground turkey, 80-20 ground turkey. We've cooked it, and we've also cooked our noodles to al dente, which we've gone over with you before on 5 to 7 minutes in salted water with a little bit of oil. Now we kept a quarter cup of the water from when we boiled the pasta, because that has the salt and oil in it. It helps with seasoning, and it works as a binding agent from the noodles and the sauce that you use.
Yes.
So not water, not cream of broth and all of that. It needs to be the sauce that you boil the noodles in, because that water has starch in it.
Yes.
And the starch is a thickener, basically.
It helps.
And that's what helps bind the pasta, meat, and sauce to the actual pasta. Okay?
All right.
So in our sauce, we have a can of tomato sauce, just regular tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, and then we put 1 tablespoon of each. 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning, cayenne, chili powder, and garlic. Okay?
Yay.
And then you just stir, let it simmer, and we've already heated up our pasta sauce as well. So I'll grab both of those. And we will get started plating our spaghetti.
Yes.
So this is tomato sauce, and you can see we have the diced tomatoes in. Ooh.
It's very
It's
hot.
It's
you guys.
And we put in 1 tablespoon of each seasoning. So
now they can feel free. You don't have to use the canned tomato. Like if you want to get fancy, because we do offer you guys a fancy option, healthy option, and whatever you want to call it.
get fresh tomatoes.
Fresh tomatoes. You can get fancy. Them heirlooms and those aromas, and throw in some sun-dried tomato. Get real fancy with it. But for those people that's quick and they need it just like I need it now,
use a can of sauce, or you can get, like she said, fresh tomatoes. Take the stem off, cut them, dice it up, put it in a blender, puree it.
It'll save your life.
You have tomato sauce, and it's a very fresh sauce. So maybe we can do a whole episode on sauces.
Fresh sauce. Yes, the mother sauces.
Yeah.
I think that would be really good for people to understand the mother sauces.
Okay. So, see, always coming up with content for you guys. So we're going to move these ingredients on out of the way and then show you how to mix them. So what we've done is we have the tomato sauce and we have the pasta. So we only mix the water in when we have everything mixed in together. When we do them separately, you don't need to mix it. So
mix it.
this back here out of the way.
Out of the way. No cross-contamination, you guys.
None. We have to be careful. So that is hot. Yikes. Okay. So first bowl, and we've tossed our pasta in just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil just to keep it from sticking. As you can see, it's still shimmering.
Shimmering and shining.
Yep.
Need another fork?
Yep.
All right.
And a big spoon.
Big spoon?
Yeah.
That work? Let me get you another one.
All right. So we're going to keep it separate in this one. We have our turkey meat browned right on top.
Mm-hmm.
And I found that a lot of kids, I think, like it separate because they can then see the different ingredients. I know my son does.
Oh, yes. That's usually how they would do it anyways if you were serving spaghetti with meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
You do the noodles, you do the sauce, then you do the meatballs, and some people like to sprinkle a little that green parsley on top.
Yep. So then we add the sauce right on top.
Looks good.
And if you want to do a little fancy feature, put another spoon to meat on there.
Yeah.
There you go. And we have some parsley. Want some parsley to put on top there?
Yeah, a little garnish.
Little garnish.
Little garnish. Hook it up a little bit. Yeah.
And you can always use fresh parsley.
Yeah, but when you're on a run, you know, we got those substitutes out there.
Or you can go ahead and use that.
It works the same way.
So now we're going to show you the second plating option, which is when you have them all mixed in together. So we have our sauce, same sauce, same meat, and we're just going to pour the meat into the sauce.
That's my favorite, actually, doing the meat sauce
Me
style.
too. I prefer it mixed in.
I'm strong.
All right. Awesome. And now with your spaghetti, you may want to add other things. Mushrooms. We talked about mushrooms as being a way to make it on the fancier side. You can use white mushrooms or portobellos, different types of mushrooms.
Mushrooms are the bomb.
Add in our pasta. Now this is when you add in the pasta water. Now we're not going to do the entire quarter cup because we don't want it to be watery, but just, a couple.
A little splash.
That's about 1/8 of a cup actually. And then you mix.
And it's going to incorporate very well. The noodles are going to absorb, well, not say much absorb, but the pasta sauce is going to be coated. Yeah. It's going to stick to the pasta with us adding that little bit of liquid in there with that starch. And also a good way to even tell is, after you cook spaghetti and you have it just sits and you see how the sauce really sticks.
Are the noodles red or are the noodles still bright?
Yes. So you'll be able to tell. And this is my favorite way to have spaghetti, personally. I like everything mixed up. A meat sauce, and you put that meat sauce on top of the noodles.
Yeah, me too. I agree. I like mine all mixed in.
All mixed in together. But you have those people that like it a la carte style. The a la carte style, which will be noodles, meat, sauce, garnish, bacon.
A little bacon on top, a little sausage, Italian sausage, or even an andouille sausage would be really good because it has a little slight heat factor.
Yes, and of course we did do an episode previously if you want to check it out with that corn, y'all, okay?
Yes.
We did that. So
my family secret with the corn.
That was a Chef Lornette family secret with the corn. It was really good. Like, I've never had. She exposed me to the corn and spaghetti.
I've been trying to get on some real stuff, y'all.
See, National Spaghetti Day is actually coming up, too.
Yes,
so
it is.
I can't wait for that. I just made me a vegetarian spaghetti the other day.
Here she
with
go.
No, really, I did. I used my Morningstar veggie crumbles, and since it was vegetarian, of course, I had the whole wheat, then the spaghetti. I put some corn in it because you inspired me with the corn,
Okay.
And I had black beans in it, roasted red bell peppers, some onions.
It sounds good, and I know it's good because I know the flavors, but I'm just saying, can we get some Italian sausage, please? It's sausage and some ground turkey and our spaghetti.
It was real good. Them veggie crumbles. Shout out to them veggie crumbles.
Oh, my Lord. Here we go. So, here you go. And you can see the difference, one, visually in how the different spaghettis look because they're plated differently. How the sauce responds to being mixed in with the noodles versus being on top of the noodles. All of these things make a difference. Your noodles will probably get softer as well once it's mixed in with the sauce because it continues to cook and you have the heat surrounding it with the sauce. So, yeah, there we have it. We have
good.
a la carte spaghetti and all-inclusive spaghetti.
That's that classic.
Classic. There we go. So we want to hear feedback from you guys. We want to see your spaghetti recipes that you followed with us. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. You can email us at a la carte at thesphere.tv, or you can hashtag a la carte on any pictures or questions or posts that you have. Make sure you're following us and subscribe to the Sphere on all social media networks.
All of them.
Across the board. We're everywhere.
Yes, we are.
All right.
And, of course, you already told them, get those recipes, y'all.
Get the recipes.
Don't forget, y'all need to just start up a whole, like we got our new season coming, so for the new season, get y'all a binder.
Get ready.
Get y'all papers so y'all can have a whole year's worth of recipes. So
yes, season 2, it goes down.
It goes down.
So anything you guys want to see us cook on the show, again, feel free to reach out to us. Any questions you have about the recipes that we've done in the past or today's spaghetti recipe, reach out to us. We would love to hear your feedback.
Yes, we would.
And we'll see you next week in the kitchen.
Yay.